Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Today is April 9th, 2026. All right. It has been a while since I did my last stream, and there's a lot of things that have happened. I haven't been in the market, I guess, for, I don't know, maybe 1 month, couple months. And based on what is happening, I highly doubt that I am going to be doing anything anytime soon. You know, we have the war in Iraq, my bad, Iran. There's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of uncertainty. Mm, and it is really risky, you know, trying to do anything in this kind of environment. There can be a really nice setup, but this is just, you know, wow. Look at the peaks, man. It went all the way up to 60. Unbelievable. 60 here. When was the last time it was 60? It was 65 in July. Wow. Is this true? Come on, man. 65 July. This is 24. We have the highest in 25 is 60. 26. No. That's 35. My bad. This is last year. This is last year. Yeah. I'm going to have a really quick check, for example, what's going on with my bigger time frame charts. Right. What I have here. Look at that. This market has had almost a 10% pullback, which is not really nothing out of the ordinary. I would say that's normal. What happened is because the index is really high, 7,000 now. A 10% pullback will be 700 points, right? Which it looks, or it will look for something big, but really 10% pullback is really a healthy rebalancing of the market. It's not even a big correction there. So nothing to be afraid of. So I would say this is normal. The last time I had this 10% was down here. Let me expand this a little bit. So we have it here, right? But not that bad. It has Let me call my, where are you? Okay, right here. Okay. You can see this area here, right? It's a big support here. Market come down just a little bit, right? It didn't. I think you don't remember. I'm just coming from. I'm just coming back. To the market now, but this one seemed to be like a nice support. It didn't even get down to here. You know, coming down to here would have been something really to be pay attention to. And now this market has been trending lower for 6 weeks after it broke out its range, right? We have like a couple months trading in range here. You break out of that, and now it seems, right? I was following. Uh, I did nothing on my PC, but I was checking. I was using my phone to check the markets. It seems like we are, or this market um, is in short covering mode now. What I mean with that is, let me minimize this. You know, you got, and now I'm going to expand this. I'm going to expand the market profiles. Right. During this day, this was March 26. This market broke exactly from 50%, right? From this area, which was also 66. The next day, it did the same thing, and the next day it did the same thing. So on these days, being in short side, I would say here and here was extremely, extremely risky. Extremely risky. Then we have short covering. What we have here didn't close this distribution here. It gave us another range. And we have the ceasefire with Iran and a gigantic gap here, man. So there's a lot of people on pain here. We have this range and this range here. Right? They were trying to go short. Right? They have something here. Maybe they expect the same thing here. And now look at this. Look at where it is now. And what is happening now today, another distribution here. Right? We have this gap here, another distribution. Let me open this. There's a lot of things here. I'm really not interested here, right, in doing anything really, because anything can happen right now. Um, Regardless of what kind of setup, what kind of quote unquote setup I may have, I think there's tremendous risk, right? Tremendous risk. This is very mechanical buying for here for some, right? No excess here. Huge gap, which is change. A sign that there's a sign that something has changed. And if there is any kind of news, right, positive or negative, this market can have a big upside here or huge break as well. The next reference, even though this is an old one, is this one here. I don't know what is that, 69. That's 69, 60, I guess it's 6966 here. What comes from way back on time, right? The same thing that I had here. This one, 67. Oh, come on, 6756, something like that. If you remember, this 6756 was a reference, I believe it's a highly traded level or area back in September last year, right? If you remember what happened here as well, it's pretty much the same thing, right? The market make a stop here, back and forth, back and forth. It happened that has traded through, right? And when it trades back again through this one, notice just how fast it goes. There might be some kind of pullback uh, that can happen here. An attempt for the market to close this gap, all right? I would say that if if the if if the pullback or if the break is not driven by news or it's not news driven, there might have be some kind. This can be some sort of support now. This 66, I would call it 67, 67, 60. Now, there's a lot of things that very interesting thing actually here. Now this is the daily. Yeah, this is a daily chart. Okay, really interesting. Right away, notice what happened here, and this is what happened here. What happened here? There's a break here, a sharp upside, break here, sharp upside. When the market starts a trend, you know, this one gets kind of like very old, right? Starts sideways for a long time here. Breaks a little bit, and then huge downside. When the breaks are to the downside, the breakouts, I mean, right? I hope you have noticed this as well, that when we have a reversal, or when the trend ends, or the liquidation order ends, you know, I, I see these kind of formations more often, right? I don't see, or we don't see stuff like this, like the curve flattening to go this way, as is the case when the market is going higher. It gets old, the slope gets, each time it gets lower and lower, and then there is something to the downside. In this market, it doesn't happen that way. And very sharp upside, sharp upside, sharp upside here. And what I have here, this is my 5 moving average. Right, this just to have an idea to gauge momentum here. What kind of momentum the market might be happening to have. All right, but this is just a daily. Let me check Nasdaq. Let's see if I have Nasdaq here. Do I have Nasdaq? Let me move this down here. Nasdaq. Okay, let's see what happens with Nasdaq. My bad. Was the wrong quote board? It's downloading. It's taking a while to download. It's taking too much time actually. Okay, right there. This is Nasdaq. Oh, Nasdaq is different actually because it is downside here. There's some sideways trading here. It's not as sharp as you can see, but down here in this area, market was really short, man, really short. Even without the profiles, I was checking my phone. I was just seeing that this could be really risky to be in the short side here. Now, something that's happening now. This is this channel here. Huh? What is that? This is a 10, I think. Is it 10? No, this is a 30. It's a 30 highs, and this is 30 lows. It went from way below this moving. It's not a moving average, okay? It's an average of lows, right? The last 30 lows, and this one up here is the last 30 highs. It is overextending here. You may have something, unless, and this is where I start to pay attention. If this one doesn't pick up, right, and this keeps maybe flattening here, I will be very careful here. As I say, I'm not interested in this market. It's just the risk. The uncertainty is just too high. It's too much randomness right now. And this may look like a good. I'm not saying that this is right. Just for example, right? People may say this is resistance here. Right? The market has tried a couple of times. They have some excess here. We may see some excess here in this, just what it was before, right? We may have some upside, but the market closing over here, right? And do it again, and then this time closing right where these are. So that will be something that is, showing a market that is trying to do something to the upside here about this one. When this start to happen, okay, I can place a bet here to the upside, for example. But again, based on what's happening now in all the stuff that is going on around, I wouldn't do anything here, right? Really won't do anything. It's so risky, man. The risk is just too high here. The randomness of this market is just it makes trading very difficult. People may think like, oh, yesterday we have a 100 points. If I would have been long over here at this point. Let's see. Let's check this one. I'm going to bring another. This is the intraday, right? This one now is the 4 hours, is it? Yeah, 4 hours chart I have here. Right. Oh, say people would say, right? I have 4 hours. Let's check the 2 hours. What's happening? I have an idea, right? Now all the way down to. I'm going to do this all the way down to the 15. Right, but Nasdaq is not my market. Let's do that with the ES. So what do I do here? This is very interesting here. Oh, let's see if I can, where this mark is coming from. But I look at where this, I think this was the ceasefire that Donald Trump announced yesterday or before yesterday. And I got this area here, this pocket here. Notice what happened here. This was news driving event. It didn't get close to this. The trend, this market was trending lower at the time. That was a good short. It could have been a good short there. What day was this? The 23rd. All right. And after that, this market start to form pockets here. You got this big one here, which is covered by this, is taken out by this rally here. Right? It didn't take the upper side. It takes the pocket, and then we have a break. Now we start having the same thing around this area. You know, you got another one. It's taking back again with this one, another one, right away, another one. You can see some strength here. Right? Now this market's leaving pockets on the lower side. This one, we got one here that was taken by this one. I have another one here. And what's interesting to me would be this one here. These are single prints, right? These are single prints. I mark single prints with. I will do the pocket first, and then those single prints here. I will use white here. Okay, these are single prints. Now I want to check now the 2 hours. Right? That was a 4 hours chart. Same thing. There's a little bit of single prints here, I believe. Let me check this a little one here. This market's, it's unbelievable how these markets love to check this. Okay, this one may stay. Right? This is two hours. Let's check 1 hour. What do I have here? Still see, I can see this one still in 1 hour. Same 1 hour here. It's unbelievable. Just check how this pocket is being traded now. It's way back from when? I don't know. Let me extend the time frame. Let's do. No, it doesn't make sense doing more than 25. This contract is not that old. I have some references on the upper side from previous charts. All right. Let's check now. I'm going to check the 30 minutes. Remember, I'm coming back from a long time here. Single prints. No, the 30 minutes doesn't have single prints, but just here. It catches my attention that I have single prints here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a horizontal line here. And this is this actually is resist support here. I will call it support. This level 65.05. Right, this market may have if there's any break here, may happen in 2 or 3 days. It may find some sort of support in this area. And 15 minutes is shorter time frame. This is more short time frame traders, even shorter. In the 15 minutes, the single prints are very small area here. I got one here, right? As you can see, there's another one here, right? And a gap here. This is interesting. There's a gap here, actually, here. So what I can do, here, I'm going to put this all the way down to here again. All right, I'm going to put that one, and let me check rectangle here, extending rectangle, a gap here. Uh-oh. But this gap is going to have another color. This is green. Now I'm going to check higher time frame. What do I have in the higher time frame? If I see the gap. Is this a gap? No, it's not a gap. It's not a gap. Even the 1 hour is not a gap. Erase. I'm going to erase this, but I'm still going to place a rectangle here. No, I'm not going to. Should I use or should I not? That. Okay, I have another chart. I have my 30 minutes chart here. I'm going to do it there. As you can see, all my draws are linked. But if I do, what do that mean is if I do something here, for example, let's put a rectangle here. All right, it automatically is here. But if I do it in this one, it will not print on the other side. So let me say, let's place one here. Extend the rectangle because this gap is just for the 30 minutes chart. I think it was an overnight gap. I mean, was the gap after market opened. It closed. We got the news, ceasefire news, and the market opened with the gap here, which is this one. All right, let's have it right there. I'm going to put this one back where it belongs. All my prints, all my draws go from one time frame to other. Oh, my bad, there is something else that I need to check. As the market keeps going higher, all these pockets are basically being checked out. You got one here. This one takes care of this. Right? This one here. And this little break almost, yeah, I could say pretty much has taken care of this one. And there's another one here, a different one is forming here as we speak. But this time is when the market is going higher. Right? So any kind of break here may want to try to deal with this area, 68.50 would say. And this is this an old reference? 68.50? Yeah, this is an old one. Right? I don't know when I put it or why, but I can see. I haven't put. Did I put this one right now? No, right? I don't remember now. Did I? No, I did one. It was. What it was? Yeah, it was this one, 65, 67. But not this one. This is very old that I don't. Let's see if I can see it. What? No, I cannot even see it here. But just check where the market is stopped here and where the market is what the market is doing here now, right? And this is the 5 hour time frame chart. 4 hour my bad, it's not 5 hours, it's 4 hours. So it is time to update. Let's check. I'm going to check my market profiles, my histograms, I mean. Break it through this reference, the 56. It's a lot of volume. Ooh, look at this. This is interesting here. This one here. This area here. What is that? A 92, 90, something like that? I say that. I say it's interesting because this is an unfinished. This looks like an unfinished action. Yeah. Volume kind of like it tries a little bit here, right? But there's something here. There's more here. The market just find no sellers here. Look at this one here. You know what I mean with that is the market doesn't do this. The market do this thing. All right. This is kind of dangerous here. This one, this one, this one, this one too. There might be something. Okay. I know what that is. Okay, that's the gap. Is it? No, that's the distribution here. This market is getting long. There's a distribution here, right? The single points here. Market may want to deal with that distribution. When, I don't know. But if it does so, there's good odds that if there's something to the downside here, I will pay special attention to what happened to that 46, 56, I believe, which is this one, right? Because it may come down fast, but may stop on a dime here, right? Maybe around this area here, a little bit further. And we'll have the closest of the distributions as an important reference here. I think that's how we're going to see this. You know, the fact that I'm not doing anything, or the fact that I think I will not do anything, doesn't mean I am not going to keep watching it. Let me erase this. Erase the drawing. Here's the drawing that I don't need it anymore. I don't need it anymore. I haven't talked even about the last hour. I've just spent time checking what I have missed. Now let me open this profile. All right. Now, I still think it has potential for more short covering. I wouldn't short this market. But I want to see my 5 minutes chart, which is this one here. So this market has been going higher today. There might be some okay, look at this. We may have actually something to the upside here. Okay. Come on, man. Why so bad? What the heck? All right. Okay, so this market has breakout of yesterday's range. Notice that this today's halfback coincides with yesterday's high. So if this market comes down and is bought from here, that would be an absolutely mechanical buy. but there's just no sellers here. You know, we have the same situation that we had. Remember, I was talking about the unfinished action. I believe around the 67.40 something. And now what I can see is an unfinished action to the upside here. Same level here, basically. Unfinished action here, about same level. Barely have excess in the upper side. But since the market now is in short covering mode, the odds favor the upside. The market has been up a good amount today. This one can come down. I wouldn't be sure that this will go higher here. As a matter of fact, right now it's coming from halfback. This is halfback as well. This is how the breakout has come very short. Oh, come on, this one, this one, this one. So we have 1, 2 breakout, 1 here, 2 here. Oh, it's risky. This can go higher. I will check what happened in the last 10 minutes. Oh, it's 15. Okay, there was some buying here. There was some buying at the close. This I check the last 10, right? I think there was some buying here. How it started? How this guy started? It was a buy. It was a buy, and then I have a sell. Huh. Both direction. Why I check this, because I think this is hedging that happened after the market was higher, pretty much almost all day long. Just the first period or the second period was I wouldn't say even not even the second period. It started yesterday, around yesterday's close, and then it just shoot higher. Let me check the daily. Look at the daily. Don't pay attention to these marks here. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is that, or where those ones came from. We have excess here. This market is eating these tails, so probably you may want to deal with these ones. Oh, look at that. This market has more upside. Why I say that? Because huge volume came here at the close, right before the closing. This one, it has been a while. Wow, this is a wide closing. Crazy, man. Okay, I have another reference here. The 68.64. Alright, 68.64. This is 4.9. 4.9. Now, what I want to see. Oh boy, this is not good for the short side. It came lower, right, at huge volume appeared here right in like a couple seconds before the closing, and This is an unfinished action here. What's happening? Remember, there's another unfinished action here to the upside. Another one down here, right? The market is eating these tails here. My bad. This one's here. And it has more up here. That would be, if it keeps going higher, it may go really kind of like a slow grinding is way higher. It might try to find to take these ones out. The 69.50. Right. It's not I don't know how the market was reacting around the hundreds. Hey Gemma 1601. How are you, my friend? I have been good. I'm taking I have walked away from the markets. I didn't know I have burned out, man. I was really bad. You don't know how tired you are until you rest. Where are you located? I don't know if you are still there. Just let me know where are you. These markets are quite dangerous, man. This is I wouldn't do anything. As I say, I just want to check what's going on here. I have zero intentions to do anything, man. Especially doing straight contracts. If I do anything, it will have to be options, which is what I do most of the time, anyways. But if I do contracts, even if it's micros, got to be very, very careful not to do anything without stop already in place as I place as I enter the market. It had to happen. A strategy in place before going. Let's check Nasdaq. How does Nasdaq this profiles? It has a huge gap here. Boy, how this is. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at this Nasdaq here. It has 3 wide. Now it makes a lot of sense here. Okay, why I say that? Because from this time here and this time here, I have this day non-excess, but unfinished auction in the upper side, unfinished auction here, unfinished auction here, unfinished auction here. And this market had this huge gap here that has taken care of these extremely questionable areas, all at once. Notice what the market is. No excess here on the upper side. It's taking care of this. I don't know if I can see more here. No, that's it. But I got my references. I may be able to see something here. No. That is Nasdaq. Crude oil. Crazy drop here. Can you imagine? 1 point is what? I think 1 point here is $1,000. Man, this has killed a lot of people here. Look at this, what's happening here. Yeah, there's some finished action here. But this market keeps pushing lower. And we may have misunderstanding here that this will keep going lower. I don't say it cannot go, right? But I think the odds favor a rotation here in the upper side. right? If this market breaks here during the overnight, let me call the ES again. Well, it's right there, right? If this market breaks during the overnight, this is my reference in the lower side, around 68.30, right? And if after that I have an upside towards this is, notice that this is the same, right? And this chart is copying from here. If I see some rejection from here, because this is resistance now, there may be some rotation here, but if it goes through, right, this one may become support. I believe this has better odds of becoming support. But I wouldn't bet a penny on that, because nobody knows what's going to happen. Who are you, Jammer? Are you Yaya? Because Yaya keeps changing usernames. Okay. Now, gold. This market also has been trapping a lot of people from both sides. Once it had reached 5,000, it has been a constant back and forth here. It may eventually it may go above 5,000 again, but it may stay a long time below that. Silver, do I have silver here? Crude, Bitcoin, so okay, I have silver here, COMEX. Do I have a chart? Okay, this is silver. Yeah, the same story with silver. Yes. Bitcoin. What is the contract? What's the current contract with Bitcoin now? Bitcoin is J. Yeah. What do I have? Oh, I have H. I need to change this to J. Oh. 69,000. This weirdly doesn't, he didn't ask me to update, to do the rollover. Okay, 72,000. It's breaking through this support here to this range. We may have more cyber trading here. Euro, dollar is going higher, right? May have more upside, but this is just 5 minutes. Notice this chart, for example, gold, how far it gets, kind of like FOMO here, right? Selling. But the pullback is, I mean, the rally is seen as an opportunity. The rally to 30 here, 30 low is seen as an opportunity to sell. And then again the 5 minutes. Oh no, this is not 5, this is 10. Because this is a 30 minutes. Is this a daily or what? Oh, this is a 5 minutes chart. This is a 10. This is a 10. Volume. Something that catches my attention today is the volume was kind of on the lower side. Look at that. lower side with significant increase of volume during the fifth period. That's how lower this one is relative to the previous days, and this one is notable, very noticeable increment in volume, but still lower than the previous, than the couple days. This is something here. This is the NICE. Oh, my bad. This is Nasdaq. This is NICE. Very low relative to the previous day. Kind of lower volume, but well, lower volume is to the upside. It's actually a positive sign. It's not bad. I can see how much volume, how much, it just during M period. Okay, wait. I mean, it has already reset it here. Then, oh, here has not 14% lower. It was 50% lower at the opening, at the closing of the first period. It has been increasing from minus 48 to minus 15. All right, Nasdaq. Now these are careless channels. There, can you see it? As you can see, there's potential here. This still can keep going higher. Even though it's already high relative to last week, for example, the past couple of weeks low. All right. What I would expect for the next couple of days is see some hedging in both sides, actually. Regardless of what's happening in the market. Because the market is in short covering mode now. And I expect seeing some hedging in both sides, because anything can happen, in that 60 minutes between the market close and the reopening at 5. The overnight sessions have been very, very active. Right? Crazy things have been happening. Look at this formation here. Let me expand this one. Since I haven't checked the other markets, I don't know who is the leading market, for example, where money is moving from or to. Look at this movement on the overnight. After this happened, look at what happened the next day. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing here. As a matter of fact, let's check this. Let's open this. There's a lot of shorts here. No, this is mechanical longs here. Mechanical longs are just buying mechanically from this level. Whatever the heck this level is, it was the opening from this day. And the low is what this can be. Yeah, previous day pullback low. Okay, the market has not traded or did not trade it below this pullback low here. It was higher here. Look at this huge liquidation here. Tremendous short covering here. This is short covering. Is it? Looks like, no, it's not short cover. And the shape is misleading. It's not the shape that matters, but how it is made. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, let me go to the other one. Huh. What the heck is this green one? Oh, what? Oh, it was the gap. No, man, this market is so. Oh boy. There's a gap here, right? The last gap. This can be like exhaustion gap here, right? Exhaustion gap here happens here. And when the short covering starts, right? Do you remember how I grabbed this level? I grabbed another level today, right? Just moments ago, right? This one here. I had that level, that kind of level, not that level, that kind of level from this day. From this day here. As the market close, boom, huge volume comes here. Now, as this market close, huge volume here. It was there, right? What it was? Just 68.64. What the fuck? What market? What is 68.64? 68 is, am I right? 68.64. Oh, it's way up here. 68.64. All right. I was trying to say I was prone this day. Right from this day. When this same kind of volume comes, that's what happened, right? Selling, selling. When the markets revisit this level, it just goes through that. And right after that, they start to use it as a support. The next thing is happen, comes back to check. It doesn't, it breaks that level, breaks this one, but it doesn't close this distribution. It is quite remarkable how the same situation may happen here, right? Because we now have a distribution here, right? We have a distribution, we have a big volume here. This market may go and try to take this one or use this as a support, right? And take it. But the most important thing will be monitor how it behaves relative to this close of the distribution here. Because if it close, it may start to chew the bottom side. But if it doesn't, just like here, right, it actually may have follow up. I mean, it may have an upside. It may have a bounce. I think we may trade sideways here. We might trade sideways because of where the market is, right? Still, momentum has changed now, right? But the breaks are always steeper than the buys, than the rallies. You look at what happened here, right? You have this upside and then that tries to stay sideways for a while. Let me see something like that, some back and forth here. Where I was. Oh, I noticed something here. I don't have these ones are not the reference anymore. No, sorry, the market just went through that really fast, right? This was laggards. These were laggards selling each little rally or selling from mechanical references. And this is history now. Okay. It's notice this distribution here and this distribution here. It's the same thing, man. Come on, brother. Oh, what I was going to say is I got now a low here, but check where this low is. It's extremely mechanical low here. This is very questionable. Well, this called questionable. Questionable. Low at previous day. Not previous day, that halfback. Daily halfback. This is exactly halfback here. You know, the principles remain the same, man. The same thing. What changes is maybe just the participants of the market change, but the business remains unchanged. It's always the same. Let's check where this opening was here. Copy. Opening here. Wow, this big short calling here. Now the fact that the market trades from exactly back, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come back and correct it. Yeah, I would be looking to the upside. Very misleading, right? We have, well, 16. Very freaking misleading here. What is 16? Yeah, 16 is this one, this big one here. Huge volume here. Oh my god, this is 1 minute. I missed that was 5 minutes. Okay. A lot of volume coming here. It didn't notice what happened here. It didn't even check this low here. Yeah, it get close. It corrected only this one here. This one remains unchecked. You got kind of like another half here, no excess here. You know, and these two lows here are adding to this low here. Very dangerous markets. I've been absent of this market for a while. What I am doing now, it's weird how we live. First thing, I thought I was arrested because originally, like a couple years ago, until a couple years ago, I was working 60, 80, 100 hours a week. Then I said, or I noticed one that was too much, right? And dropped that to 60, maybe 40 a week. And these hours are including homework and studying, right? It's doing the homework. Sometimes the homework might take 5-10 minutes, but most of the time it really takes quite a while if you want to do something, conscious, right? And even though I dropped them on the hours, because I was so used to work higher hours, I didn't notice that I was still tired. I was really tired until boy, one day I just didn't start the computer. I didn't turn on the computer and just walk away. Walk away. Forget about markets. The next day I did the same. I guess it was 2 days, I believe, before I came back. But during these 2 days, I feel so good, right? For a little while, because immediately afterwards, I collapsed. Well, I kind of collapsed in my bed. I didn't wake up in. I guess I sleep for 60 hours straight. And it was the second time that I had something like that. The burnout was different though. The first time was physically. I need that time to recover. By the mental part, when you use your brains, you use the things. It's quite different, man. It's unbelievable how tired you can be by just standing, quote unquote, doing nothing. Right? Um, my personal life was oh, it did take my personal life took a hit, right? I guess I almost got divorced, and that thing was also killing me because I believe that was something that needed my attention and I just didn't know how to face that, right? And and I decided to push a decision down the road every time I had a chance to deal with it. I just decided to move it forward, forward, forward. I think I can't do it. I think I couldn't do it anymore. Thanks God I didn't do it because the families, at the end, family is what matters the most. And I was, because this is a really hard business, people don't, people just don't understand. People don't understand how hard it is, and people don't understand the business, really. And we men usually look for some sort of peace, right? It's the only thing I want, peace. I can deal with anything, but I need peace. But I think I had my priorities wrong. And I remember Jim Dalton once when I was on his webinars. And what you hear from people, sometimes it's just when people say something very casual, um, sometimes very important. And what he said was, because he's divorced with his first wife, he was just talking during the intensive and said, I guess I could have handled that differently. At the time, I did not understand. But when I believe I was, or when I believe I was in the same situation, you know, I had a choice, and I had to make a decision. Either to picture myself in the future saying the exactly same thing with pretty much same words, right? I could have I could have handled that differently, or handle it differently right now, right? And that's what I did. It didn't come from me. It did. I credit to the person. Credit was due, right? My wife was the one who started. I give all the credit to her for me to be married yet. Um, as I say these words, I am facing the market while taking trading with a different perspective now, right? I am not that. How can I say this? I am not trading. Does not. It's not in my. I mean, it is as important as it was before. I am still like it a lot, right? I think this is. I believe. This is my fair belief that this is what I wanted. Right? It took me only 50 years to, to understand or to discover what I want, what's my purpose in life. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to keep doing until the day I die. Hopefully, right? Die trying. Right? I had that engraved now in in my mind, this is what I want to do. I will keep doing this, but some things are going to change. I haven't been in the market, for example. I have told you that I haven't been in the market for a while. Um, I am not going to do as much streams as I did before. My view, right, or my perspective of the market is kind of like has widened in the sense that I kind of like look at from a it's kind of like I have more perspective, right? So I have my time frame is bigger, right? I don't pay. I today, for example, I did check this 5 minutes charts until maybe like 10 minutes or 5 minutes before the close, right? Um, I'm looking more. It's unbelievable how distance can change your appreciation of the market. I'm checking the daily more here. Well, these are the daily charts. My daily charts starts at 6 when the market opens and closes at 5. All right, and based on what I see here is how I approach the day. I haven't seen. I think the only clear opportunity that I have seen in all this time was when the market sold back to back to back, I think, from half back, has a break, and it has this gap here, right? But it's not that you buy the market because something is going to happen, but see it as it happened. Okay, that's the most important thing that I am grabbing now. It is, it's not that what's going to happen, but has already happened, and it is happening, which is when I have or we may have an opportunity, and that happened here. You know, the setup came from here, from here, from here, from here. So these were the days, man. It took like 4 days to have something, and when the market started to break here, that's when you got something, right? Let's get emotional here, and then recover. I don't know what's going to happen here now. I made this side. Wait, this is forming a range here. It's very questionable. This range here, and the same thing that we have here. I don't know how many days, how many periods this one has. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. If I open this, you will see, we might see it better, right? Just check this out, man. 1, 2, 3, 4 days, okay? 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 periods, 6 periods, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My bad. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, pretty much about the same size here, right? And after that, a huge break, right? News driven break. I don't know what can happen tomorrow, but we may have another range here, right? Or the other thing that can happen here is the market may have some upside acceleration. To be honest, I don't like these markets right now. Okay. What else can I see here? Bitcoin, where are you? Oh, I have checked Bitcoin. No, I did not check Bitcoin. Right? Something happened here. I guess I started to talk about something else. H. It was H? No, my bad. It's A. It's J. What's happening to Bitcoin here? Ooh. Oh. Oh, gap there? It's stopping higher, the gap. This may go higher. This gap has been closed. There's a tiny gap here. Really tiny gap here. I think there's another one here. Yeah, there is another one here. And there's another one here. Wow, very much. Ooh. Okay, the things that we see with passions. It's another gap. How many gaps this market has had? Short covering, man. This is short covering. 1, 2, 3. If this market, actually, this market might close, might end up closing this gap with another gap. And that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps. That wouldn't be unheard of. That's just business as usual. Oh, look at this, man. The heck? The heck? This is a single prince here. A little bit of single prince here. Let's open this profile. Oh, okay. We have a double distribution here. Let's do. Oh no, let's do something else here. I want to do just a rectangle here. Right. These are single pins, which are white. Single pins white. This pocket has been dealt with. This one has been dealt with. We have. This is weird, man. This actually might be something here to the upside. Man, it closed absolutely at the center during this day, so you had nothing and the market open with the gap. Oh man, look at these formations here. This is not good, man. Very this market is in short covering mode. That's what I'm trying to say. The market is in short covering mode, so you know that's trend, right? Short-term trend, short covering mode. Short covering mode can move markets long distance really fast. right? Because there's a lot of inventory that got too short, right? And people just scramble to cover, right? Trades will scramble to cover. And you won't believe how much people is willing to let the market go against them before they close a position. Um, I hear when was this March? I think it was February or March about this guy that was short gold, right? He was short gold. Let me bring this chart. He was short gold since 3000. Now I'm going to call gold here M26. Right. What is 3000 for example? Huh? You just can see the pain here. Somebody being short here, this level. Right? Okay, market goes higher. The market went too high, right? I'm going to short the market because this guy is going to collapse here. I start shorting here and during this range, and he's trading in this range for such a long time. All right, go here, too high. It's way too high. It will collapse here. Along comes, you know, what it was 3000, 3000 here. Man. Gosh, that is February, and I keep rolling contracts here. And can you imagine this? Right? This is just killing, man. And this is February, when the market reached 5,000 here, or 5,600. You know, and the pain is, I don't know what happened, you know, you know, because the guy just was missing in action. Um, uh, but you can imagine the pain, right? And see this market going higher, higher, and thinking that it can keep going higher, and maybe, right? Maybe you saw here, you sell, finally close, take your losses, and see the market breaking immediately after that. Right? If you were here, can you imagine, right? If you still were short, can you imagine what can you feel when the market rallies almost back to what it was? Right? And even though the best case scenario, we have a break here, 1,000 point breaks, almost 1,000 point break from the highest, but not close, right? Not even half way back to where the average started, right? It is just unbelievable how people can keep a short for a long time, right? And sometimes what happens is you just keep losing. And about the time that I mean, I didn't personally knew the guy. I didn't personally know the guy, but Dan was talking about him. Was one of his friends, and he was underwater for like about 3.5, $4 million, something like that. I guess it was 3 years. Well, let's call it three, right? Come on, man. That's a lot of money for anybody. Right? The same can be said from Bitcoin, right? When these markets got too crowded because people see this market just keep going higher and higher and higher, right? This thing doesn't have a roof. That doesn't have and this will keep going higher forever. Historical charts, symbol, continuous for the throttle. Yeah, that's the one. Let's do 100 days. 800, that's fine. No, but this one came from 120 something like that. Now look at that. No, this huge break it has here. It has support here. Many times has come back here, comes back here, right? Goes through. There might be some selling once the market comes back down up here. Another leg to the downside. And notice how this market is not having the upside as the sharp B, right? It is having some sideways trading here. Look at the momentum happening. The 10 moving average was happening here. It's actually to the downside right now. As this market started to go higher, it is just starting to change. Right? But nothing sure, really. Look at this. It's not that much. Momentum dies here, comes back. I want to see here if this high here is taken by this one, this upside here. Let's see if this make a higher high. Then well, I might say that may have something to the upside. No divergences. Seems pretty good so far. Let's check. Kind of like an overbought here, but it's still going higher, right? Overbought doesn't mean it's going to break or it's going to change. That's a misunderstanding. That's a mistake many people makes. Because you see overbought, market overbought, oversold. No, I won't sell. That's not the reason to sell. No, the heck is this? Okay. Nasdaq actually is trading at the center of the. Look at what's happening. This is interesting actually, and this reinforce, the thesis to more upside here. The market is short covering mode, right? There's some expansion of the range here. You have a channel, really wide channel here, right? Let's how it contracts here. There's some expansion here now. As the market opens, and this, in the last couple of weeks, this is expanding. It may expand here, and it went from one side, or it is going from one side to potentially. This can be here, or this can be here. This blue line here, or it can be higher, whatever. It seems like we will have something since us already taken the center. The center has been taken. It may have some upside towards this edge. So I don't think it's a good idea to be short here. this market, or try to short the market. Remember, take whatever I say with a grain of salt. I am just coming back to the market. I won't be streaming that much, right? And also, I will give myself some time to. I still think I need more rest, right? I haven't. The other thing is I haven't made my taxes yet. I haven't even got a single copy of nothing. And I had how many days? 5 days maybe. And I need to pay attention to that issue for my as well. That's right now is my top priority. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. It would be really nice. I hope this kind of like unusual stream helps, right? I think that to close, I would say the market is in short covering mode. It's really dangerous. I don't want to be in the opposite side of a short covering mode. On top of that, the environment in which we are is very uncertain. There's a lot of uncertainty. A tweet, right? A single tweet can change a lot of things. So I got to be very careful here. If I have if I see anything particularly interesting, I will put it. I will start stream, and the streams more likely will come at the end of the day, right? To see what happened during the overnight, so I can have so I can do my homework at the same. It can be at the same time I am doing my homework while I check the markets. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is look at what's happening here, right? And we saw this live, right? As soon as the market has closed, notice where the high volume was, right? It printed like 10,000 here. Boom, I have it here. The market opens, you have something to the other side, opens, goes higher, challenge, is sold from that. The next period, which has even lower volume, notice where it's being sold from, right? So there is something there, there is something there, and that is a 68.64. Okay, I am going to see if that level has anything here, right? First, this is my daily charts, and let's see what do I have here. Rectangle. This can be something to the upside, the ultimate. There's nothing here to the downside. To the downside, I have this pocket here, and below that I have another one here in this area. Single prints right here. It's interesting how this happens in the daily time frame. Single prints right here. Alright, right there. Oh, my bad. Color white. Why did I? Yeah, that's white. Oh, that's white. Wait a minute. That's not white. Yeah, that is white. Okay, this is a single prints. This one, god damn, god damn, these ones also are single prints, but that will be too much here. Huh? How do I do this? Okay, single prints. Actually, the single prints are all the way up to here. All that. Well, all that are single prints. This market is dealing with this area here. Let's keep it right. It's dealing with this one. It has something else right above that. Just look at that. Look at this. Did you see this? I remember this one. I remember this when the market had this rally. It didn't take this high out, right? It was, but you had to have a lot of patience here because it took time. Right? It took time for the market to develop here, to form something here, and the wicks that you have here, right, couldn't take this one, and it was just kind of curious, right? To see how well it's open, close, open, right? Kind of like around that same level there. Very mechanical trader. Which tells me, okay, this contract expires in June, right? The market is really close here to get to this level here. Okay. That is something here. I am going to extend you, my friend. I'm going to extend you all the way up to here. Just to here. Right? You are being dealt with as we speak. Okay, right there. It has more here. It has a pocket here. I need to change the color of this thing so I don't. Yellow, let's do yellow. Okay, I don't like yellow, but let's do pink. There you go, that's better. Pink is color. Okay. Like that. It's interesting. This pocket, there's no pocket all the way up to here, which give us. Oh, come on, man! This is Nasdaq. I thought I had years here. Fuck that. Okay. Same thing. The idea is to see if this 6864 is found here in this one. Okay. Um, this is a single print. Single print here. Same story as in Nasdaq. The pocket here is not that as visible. You have a pocket here, we have a pocket here, and another one down here. I will do it the same size. Okay, 6520 was important. It was support here. It did not get down to here. Right. in the ES is dealing actually with this. This is actually oh come on. It's dealing with this, but it still hasn't. Now this one has already been dealt with here, as you can see. So the market mean seems to be driven by Nasdaq then, don't you think? Okay, this one is not a left. I want to use that. I want to change that and move it up here because this is an all-time high. $68.58. I don't know what the heck was that. Wait a minute. 68.58. Come on, man. Come on, guy. Come on. It was already there. This is 68.64 today. Yeah, we don't have to be exact, right? It can be 60, it can be 68, it can be 60, 58. This is the same level. This one here. It is the same level that this market is revisiting now. Same level. When it went down, I was checking, may actually have some selling here, but may have some sideways training here, fake out, try to fill this gap, these single prints, which actually has if I check my 30 minutes chart, that's actually a gap as well. Part of it is a gap. And this is something here. There is something here. That's 68.58 or 68. Check this out. Nice star. Dash. I'm going to put this 60. I want to make it 68.64, right? Which is what we have in that one. It didn't change anything. It's just right there. It's basically the same, right? So I can say what I want to do. I'm going to do it the high of the opening or the close of today's is the same. So there is something there that's relevant, my friend. Today's low did not trade it below the previous one, and 69.66 may be the next potential destination of this one. Notice this one. Notice something here, right? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and lower highs. And now we have something, right? This rally has taken this high out, this high out, this high out. Will this take this one out? Right? Or par? By that effect, this one out, and this one, and this one. Okay. It seems like it's, again, it is in short covering mode, but it may, right now, inventory might be too long. It might have gone too fast, too soon. I might need some rebalancing. If it want to go any higher. Whatever break it happens, whatever break that happens here, I want to see if the next upside, the next high is higher. Because right now, what I have is something like this. And actually, that's not that. Look at that. Look at what's happening. I'm going to take this high here and this one here. and see what happens. This market is pretty much right there, right? And that's support. So it looks like we are an important reference here, an important level here. It's not bad, huh? But this is just technical observations, huh? I'm not going to place a trade based on that. Okay. All right. I am going to call it a day. I'm for today, for this to be my first day after a while. I think it's a lot of time. If I see anything, I'll just let you know. All right. In the meantime, you can. No, I think I have grabbed something here. I guess I have an idea what's going on, the potential, what can happen. Right. I still need to see if the market can give us some opportunities. All right. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and hope you have had a good time, a good Thursday. Have a wonderful night and stay safe. Bye bye.